Look, the international break is almost over, and I have been running the numbers, reading the comments, diving deep into the fan forums, and the vibe out there right now is something I genuinely did not expect. People are happy, not just content, genuinely happy about this squad.
That is a plot twist given where we were 6 months ago, Tio. But you're right, the mood has shifted. And the interesting thing is what fans are specifically happy about. It's not Mbappé, it's not the big names. It's the players who've quietly become the backbone of this team.
Valverde. That's the name that keeps coming up over and over again. Fans are absolutely losing their minds over what Fede is doing right now. One comment I saw that absolutely nailed it. This person said, and I'm paraphrasing, "This is the best version of Valverde we have ever seen, and somehow Arbeloa is the one who unlocked it." Madre mia, that sentence hits different.
And fans are right to be stunned by it, because the historical context matters here. Valverde under Ancelotti was brilliant. Nobody disputes that. But there was always this sense that he was being used as a utility player. Box to box, cover everything, be everywhere. What fans are noticing now is that Arbeloa has given him a defined role and said, "Be the engine, be the driver, and we'll build around you."
The fans are debating whether this is the best Valverde has ever been in a Real Madrid shirt. And honestly, the comments section is basically unanimous. I'm not seeing anyone argue against it. Someone put it perfectly. Fed is playing like a man who knows this is his moment and he's not letting go. Vamos, that is exactly what we're seeing.
What I find fascinating is the Arbeloa credit that's finally, reluctantly, being given by fans who spent months questioning him. After the derby win, after the consistency, people are starting to connect the dots, and Valverde is the clearest example of Arbeloa's fingerprints on this team.
Que barbaridad. Because remember, we covered the derby aftermath last week, and even then fans were still hedging. Like, okay, Arbeloa beat Simeone, but let's not get carried away. Now the narrative has shifted to, this man has genuinely developed players in a way we didn't see coming. That's a massive change in fan sentiment.
And then there's Tchouaméni. Maria, here's your analytical corner. Fans are finally giving Aurelian his flowers. The comment sections are full of people saying they owe him an apology.
Ha! You stole my bit. But yes, one fan said something that made me stop scrolling completely. Tchouaméni is the most underrated player at this club, and we spent 2 years demanding he be sold. We were wrong. That kind of fan self-awareness is rare and beautiful.
It's earned, though. The data backs it up completely. His passing precision, his positioning, the way he reads the game before the play develops. Fans are noticing it now because the team has the ball more, and you can actually see what he does. When Madrid were struggling last season, he was invisible to the eye because the team was chaotic. Now the structure reveals him.
And there's this whole thread going around basically saying Zidane spotted something in Tchouaméni that nobody else did, and it took everyone else 2 years to catch up. Fans are genuinely revisiting the timeline of his career here and going, wait, has he always been this good? The answer apparently is yes.
The interesting debate in the comments is whether Tchouaméni or Camavinga is more valuable to this team right now. And it's genuinely close. You've got fans split almost 50-50, which tells you everything about the depth this squad now has in midfield.
Okay, but we need to talk about the other thing dominating the comments this week. And it's the La Liga corruption discourse. Again, still, always, this thing will not die, Tio. And honestly, the fans won't let it die.
What's the specific flavor of it this week? Because as we've covered multiple times, this discourse has many textures.
This week, it's more philosophical. One fan wrote something that I thought was genuinely sharp. The only way to fight the system is to play the same game they play. And Real Madrid won't do that, which means we'll always be fighting uphill. That's not just frustration. That's a fan who's thought deeply about the structural problem.
That's a genuinely interesting take. And it speaks to something bigger. The sense among a portion of the fan base that no matter how good this team is, there are forces working against them. Whether you believe that literally or metaphorically, the feeling is real and it shapes how fans experience every match and every decision.
What gets me is the fatalism in some of the comments. Like fans who have basically accepted that the system is rigged and they've just decided to enjoy the football anyway. There's something almost noble about that. One person wrote, "I stopped being angry about the referees. I just watch Vinny and feel better." I respect that energy.
The pragmatic Madridista. Honestly, that might be the healthiest psychological state to be in as a Real Madrid fan in Spain right now. Accept the chaos, appreciate the talent, and let Vinicius heal your soul.
Speaking of appreciating talent, Bellingham. There's a whole separate thread of fans who are suddenly very concerned about Jude's fitness after we heard he wasn't going to play for England against Japan, and the reactions are mixed, let's say.
Mixed is generous. Half the fans are saying, good, rest him, protect him, we need him for the run-in. The other half are in full conspiracy mode about whether there's something more serious going on that the club isn't telling us.
One comment that captured the split perfectly. If Bellingham is rested as a precaution, that's smart. If he's actually injured and they're hiding it, I'm going to lose my mind. Which, fair, that's a completely rational dual reaction. The trust in communication from the club is not always there.
And this connects to something we've discussed before. Fans have a complicated relationship with injury news from Valdebebas. They've been burned enough times that precautionary rest doesn't automatically calm anyone down. But until there's actual information, we have to assume he's fine and hope he steps off this break ready to go.
The season is entering its final stretch and the fan base is in a fascinating place. Confident, but not arrogant, hopeful, but carrying the scars of previous years. One fan summed it up in a way that stuck with me. This feels different. I don't want to jinx it, but it genuinely feels different. And honestly, I feel that too.
That's the most dangerous sentence in football. This feels different. It's either genius foresight or the setup for heartbreak. But the squad depth, the form, the Valverde renaissance, the Tchouaméni revelation, there are real reasons to feel good, not just vibes.
All right, that's Ruido Blanco for this Tuesday morning. The break is almost done, the real football is almost back, and this fan base is buzzing. We'll be back tomorrow morning as always. Same time, same energy. Until then, Hala Madrid.
And nothing else. See you tomorrow.